to Galactic Reviews. This week, we are jumping into the third and possibly final Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. This week, I am joined by Drew, Payson, and someone new, Cameron. Okay, so the brief synopsis, the world finds out Spider-Man is Peter Parker, so he's trying to solve his problem while also helping his friends because they've now been ostracized by the world as well. And pretty much him seeking help just made everything worse, and now, people are trying to kill him, as most people do against Spider-Man, apparently. So he's got to somehow save the world and himself because that's just what he does, apparently, as it's said multiple times in the movie. That's just what we do. No reason as to why. It's just what they do.
I'd give this film a 7.5. It was really well done. It was good. It's the best Tom Holland Spider-Man film that he's done. Period. It was really well done. Felt like a Spider-Man movie. First time it's felt like a Spider-Man movie from the MCU. Yeah, right now I'll leave it at that. There are some problems with it as far as story wise goes. Some characters don't act like they would as they have in their previous movies and stuff. But other than that, really well done movie. Great fan service all the way around, which is ironically something you don't get that much anymore. But yeah, really well done. Some things could have been explained better, and that's why it's so low. But 7.5, 8, around that range. That's what I think about it. Who's next? Cameron?
Yeah, I can go. Um, right off the bat, I'm going to say that this was probably one of my favorite movies of all time. That'd be a hot take for a lot of people, but so I'm going to give this, I want to say a 9.7. It is very high up there for me. Like I said, it's my favorite movie. It tops the cake. It surpasses Jurassic Park. That used to be my favorite.
Which Jurassic Park? The first
That's a
one?
really good question. The first one, of course.
Okay, of course.
Yeah,
Okay.
the very first one. But no, I agree with Payson. Tom Holland did a really good job in this one. This one, out of all three, actually felt like an actual Spider-Man movie. I mean, I'll go more in detail. Like, we can go more in detail later on. But a lot of different scenes within the movie. I mean, it had my emotions going up and down like a roller coaster. I was ecstatic one moment. I was crying the other moment. And I was just happy. Like, I was back when I was watching Tobey Maguire, like in the first movies. Like, it was good. It was really good. I loved everything about it. But yeah, so that's what I got.
I would say this is my favorite Marvel movie. So my rating would be between a 9 and a 10. I don't know exactly where on that scale. It is very hard for me to give a 10.
Just meet in the middle. It's a 9.5.
9.5, there you go. Definitely favorite Marvel movie. I would not put it as the best Marvel movie. That would have to go to either Avengers or Avengers Endgame, just for their impact on the whole universe and just a whole bunch of other stuff. But this one is definitely my favorite. I am heavily biased towards Spider-Man. Out of all the comics I collected and read as a young lad, Spider-Man was the one. I cried more in this movie than I did in Endgame and Infinity War, maybe combined. My goodness, it got me. I was laughing. I really enjoyed this, even though it's a 2.5-hour movie. You don't really need the context of the prior two Spider-Man movies to get it, as long as you know the Spider-Man origin story. And then they explain kind of the lead-in into this movie at the beginning of this movie. So it can be seen as a standalone if you haven't seen all the other movies. As just a movie, enjoyable, even without being a superhero fan, it is a very good, fun movie.
I would give this movie a 8.5. I really enjoyed it. As Payson brought up, there were only a few problems I personally had with the movie. We'll get into that later, though. But overall, I really enjoyed this Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. Best he's done, and I'm excited to see what they're wanting to try to plan next with Spider-Man, if they are still going to continue with his Spider-Man in any way.
As far as I know, I think he's got 3 more movies that he's signed on to do, from what I've heard. However, I don't know if that's the contract with Sony or with Disney. I would assume Sony.
Well, we will see in the future. But yeah, that's all I have to say for it.
Recommend this movie if you watch the Tom Holland Spider-Man. This is the best he's done, the best performance that I've seen. It is phenomenally done. There was great care taken into this film, from acting, writing, and directing to a certain point, and it is phenomenally shot. Cameron, cinematic wise. You will not be disappointed with this film. And Cameron said he's seen it 4 times, right?
I'm about to go to the fourth time. Probably
Well,
tomorrow.
about 4 times. So
Yeah, I have a problem.
yeah, it is a very good film. Go watch it.
For a brief synopsis of Spider-Man No Way Home, Tom Holland has discovered that he is Spider-Man. So he has to look, don't do that, Payson. Shut up. So, in a nutshell,
Took the third
he
film for him to get there, but he discovered.
yeah, he personally discovered he's Spider-Man. Okay. No, stop. I'm getting pop-ups on my computers. Look, my computer, I haven't updated it in a while. This is actually the first time I've turned it on in a week.
We're recording, Zach.
Look, I know, but you're just gonna cut it out anyways.
I know, but I gotta edit this, Zach.
Yes, I know, that's why I'm doing it.
Finally
Turn
add
that.
another ending where it has bloopers, and I just put all the things where Zach's like, oh yeah, another pop-up, another pop-up, another pop-up, another pop-up.
You know, and I'd like to make your life miserable somehow. Starting over with my synopsis. So,
Well, that's good. I can cut out
synopsis.
all that. So
I'm trying to make it easy sometimes.
Anyone else
Okay.
add on to that before we go skip out of the review and onto the
Well,
analysis?
Well,
I think
I
Zach
have to
has
give
Oh
his.
my
mine.
goodness. Oh my, I
I
will
have been forgotten yet again.
leave Zoom call. Bye.
Please don't. Um, no,
I would just say maybe a brief kind of like we'd recommend this movie because of these reasons, and now onto the, I guess, analysis.
we recommend this movie because it doesn't suck.
That's true.